That's where the cream is, right? That's where your dream is, well, ain't it? You're only a customer. You're walking in the presence of hustlers. Spend money all night. You're only a customer. You're walking in the presence of hustlers. Spend money all night.
Alright, so I had a hell of a night last night. You know, I had a good, I mean, the two sets of videos that I was creating. I was gonna create. The first set and the second set. The second set was interrupted by the gentleman that came yesterday and told me to leave in an hour. I assumed he wasn't, because he didn't give me an ID, so I assumed he wasn't, so I ended up staying. Today he came back and, this morning. Well, actually, what time was it? It was around 11 o'clock last night. He came back and he said, you didn't leave. I told you to leave. I'm not. And I called the cops and got about to leave. I said, I waited for the cops. So waited for the cops and they came. I mean, really? So again, I want to repeat. Those police officers, they're nothing more than security for the rich. Because those officers who are protecting that landowner that I don't believe is a landowner. I believe that every landowner in this world, okay, is illegally occupying that land and calling it their own. This planet is a living organism. This planet is a living organism. Okay? If you are not in any God's plan, you are not supposed to take and subdivide and sell off for a profit a living organism. That's not part of God's plan. So that's part of what Satan's bargain, you want to call it? Right? Where you take something that was given to you by God, by Mother Earth, and you take it and you make money off it. So every one of those landowners is illegally so. My protest last night was that, you guys, all you're doing is protecting this rich guy, right? Because of money, from the poor that want to use this land for what they need to use it for. Mother Earth asked me to do what I did last night. That tree asked me to give me permission to do what I did. The landowner and his security guards and his puppet guide that they came there and said, I understand what you're doing, but I can't do anything about it because I work for this guy and whatever he tells me to do, I have to do, and you have to get out of here within an hour. We're going to call the police. And they're, you didn't leave, so they'll call the police. They're going to come right now, kick your ass out. And what if I wasn't there? So, we were just throwing everything away. So I was ready to get up and go leave, and the cops said, no, you can't leave. Why? If you leave, I'll arrest you. Why? Obstruction of justice. Why? Because I'm not taking down the stuff that I believe should be there. And that's what happened last night. Very upset about it. It ruined my night, and I ended up going to a hotel because I got all this stuff in my car now, and now I'm at my storage unit. I'm gonna have to empty my storage unit a little bit, push some stuff out. I'm gonna probably give some stuff to Goodwill, push some stuff inside, and try to find a place for it in there. I was thinking, why don't I just go maybe in different spots and put it up there? It's like, why? So they can take it down, throw it away. So then it'll make an impression on 2 or 3 people, and then anything else is going to be. Why? Why should I give this civilization what they asked me to do? They asked me to do this. God, Mother Earth, those demigods that came through. They asked me to do what I did in the last 9, 10 days, whatever it's been, to help spread this message of you better change now. And that didn't work. So I told God that wasn't going to work. I told him that this civilization, at this is the point that it's on right now. There's no hope for it. He had faith in you guys, and you just sent your security guards to trash him. So good luck with that, man. Good luck with any salvation. So I'm done with that. But now, so it's like putting it up in the place. No, it's my fucking art. Fuck you. If you're gonna try to trashing it anyway, like Walgreens did, or Walmart did, put those 4 pieces yesterday up, and they just took them down. I don't know what they did with them. They threw them away, probably. It's just junk. When you look at it, it's just junk. But when you see it lit up at night, it's a portal. That's the thing. People don't understand in your reality. Things that you create can become portals by allowing that energy to flow through, and all of a sudden you're looking into other dimensions, and then you see and understand more of what this life is. Nothing more than a prison planet where they teach you nothing about what's really going on out there. What they teach you is how to become consumers and become products that they can use and sell and sell off for a price, and buy and sell and buy and sell. That's what the rich do. They buy and sell human beings. Slavery was never abolished, never. So I'm done with all that. I'm gonna take my stuff, put it in storage, and fuck that. And when I talked to God last night, I said, look, I tried. He goes, all right, well, let's see what happens. He's not pulling me out yet, but he says, well, let's see what happens, and we'll decide soon what's gonna go on. So he's not gonna really decide. He really doesn't have it on. He doesn't have she doesn't have the ability to interfere. But Shiva does, and Mother Earth does. Mother Earth has got to the point where what we did last night, I tried to explain to them what she was telling me to tell them, and they just ignored the shit and threw me out. Okay, you ignore Mother Earth. You ignore Mother Earth like we've been doing for the last 50, 60 years. You ignore Mother Earth, and you know what happens? She gets pissed off one day and wipes you off. And that's exactly what she's done to every civilization before you that had the same conception of what you have of her being a fucking rock that you're living on that you can control. You can buy and subdivide, right? That is what she's really pissed off about. And at this point, all she needs to do is call Shiva. At any point now until when it happens, which will be any time, she will come down based on her disappointment in the human race. That's not the animals. She was not gonna touch the animals. They're gonna touch this fire that's gonna rain down from the sun. With sun energy, it's gonna be directed to every human being, not the planet, and it's not gonna scorch the planet. It's not gonna burn little animals. You know why? Because animals, right? The other species on this planet, right, are in the process of taking care of the planet through its natural resources, its natural being, its own connection to its own purpose in life. Everything except human beings that develop the brain smart enough to understand that, but so stupid that it can be controlled by 2,000 people that put this little piece of paper in front of you and say that's more important than your life, so you better follow it. So that's what you guys decided, and that's what you guys are going to be living and dying with. So I'm done with that now, and I'm going to put everything in storage now, and then after that I'm going to figure out what to do. So for now, I'm taking a day at a time. Of course, I don't have any money left at this point because I blew it all to get to that point where I got last night. I'm trying to get further with it, but it was all. Every time I get to a certain point where it's almost there, police show up. You have to understand this. It happened to me in Bradley Beach. Every time they was just about to reach that pinnacle that this information was going to go out, and the majority of all of poor poverty was going to be able to understand it. The police, security for the rich come in and securely put me out of my channeling. They blocked my channeling. It happened last night. They blocked my channeling. How they do that, I'm not really sure. They've got something that allows them to do that. Because once they show up and come, all of a sudden they go, spirits go, sorry man, we can't do this because they're jeopardizing our ability to continue doing this. So we'll be back soon. And they pop out. And I gotta deal with it. It's all right. I've learned how to deal with it pretty much. But I've been hearing like, oh, no, Yeah, maybe you should go and like put it at different spots. Like maybe across the street, there's a whole like it looks like the woods. It looks like those woods that there's homeless people living in. You can just put it in front of there, right in front of the place. No, I won't do that. I'm not going to associate my work with any of those people that threw me out of it. So it's fine. So what, the police can come in and do it to me again? Oh, this is private property owned by the city, and you can't do that here. You're not allowed to do that here. Where am I allowed to do it? Nowhere. Why am I not allowed to do it? Why tribal communities and tribal people, tribal living? Why is that outlawed now? Because it is the only thing that can connect us to what we should know, and that's what they need to stop, and that's what they killed off, as they fucking murdered every tribal culture all around this world. Murdered the warriors, killed off the warriors, and made the women and children slaves. And then eventually they let them free. Oh, they're free, but they're not free. Now they're part of a for-profit system that makes profit off of them and forces them to go into factories and work. Right? For the big Mr. America, Mr. Great America, that's sending all their factories to these impoverished places. Oh, you see, we're gonna help raise their standards by putting factories in there, making them work 12 hours a day, and making them slaves to your system. Yeah, that's how you're gonna bring those people up, right, out of poverty. There was no poverty in tribal cultures. The only poverty is you, but you walk in with your wealth and then create that poverty. Right? So enough. So. Time to get rolling. Finally went to a hotel last night. Spent the last of my cash that I had in my pocket to pay for a fucking hotel, so I could at least get a little bit of sleep, you know. And of course, I woke up this morning with a bad backache because I haven't slept that long in a while. I slept like 5 hours or something, and my back was fucking killing me. So finally feel better now that I'm back to standing up and being part of that. The system of slavery, you know, the system of slavery that we all have to endure in this lifetime. Well, you're gonna have to endure it over and over and over again. If this lifetime for me isn't the one, it's gonna be the next one for you guys. It's gonna come soon, because at one point you will reach critical masses of civilization, and you don't know how to handle it. And the reason you're reaching critical mass, right, is because your souls are not ascending. And this has happened over and over again throughout our history. And whenever it gets to this point, right, in this planet's history of a billion years, when it gets to this point, you're wiped away, because the mother cannot handle all these souls on this planet. She doesn't want to have to handle, especially since you're fucking sucking the energy completely out of it. Like I said, good luck with that, man. You follow Elon Musk into Mars. You follow the billionaires into hell. Go, keep on doing that and see how that works out for you, your children, and your grandchildren. If they're going to exist, I'm not even sure your children are going to see the ability to have children. So good luck with that. Namaste.